What's going on, guys? It is your boy Junior from PMP Customs coming back at you with another video. Today we have that same exact Honda CRV. If your memory serves you good, you'll remember that we installed the ambient lights on the CRV 2024. This client is back, but he's not back complaining. He is not back, asking for a refund. He is back asking for more yet again. So this client saw some images on Google. When he came to pick up the ambient lights, he showed us some images he found on Google, and I'm gonna insert those images now just so you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. He saw these images where the rear reflectors were smoked out and illuminated. He saw that the back brake light was also illuminated, like a brand new panel completely. He saw that the front reflectors were also changed. He saw fog light illumination. Like, he saw pretty much like almost everything, every panel removable changed with illumination. So he was like, yo, can you guys do that? Hell yeah, we can do that. It doesn't matter what kind of vehicle you have. All you have to do is just send me your vehicle information like this guy did, and I can see what I can offer you. I showed him everything I can offer him. He fell in love with it. He was like, bro, just order it and let me know when it gets here so I can bring you the car. So this is going to be a full day job here. He left it today in the morning. He's going to pick it up today like at night. So like maybe like 7-ish, 8-ish maximum. So I'm going to be taking you guys along the journey on how to install this stuff, just in case you guys are having some trouble. And if anything, you guys can just skip to the showcase if you guys don't want to see all that stuff. And let's just get to installing it. I'm excited to install it. It's not even my car, but I'm excited to install it and see how it looks. Because the CRV already looks modern, but these lights are going to make it look even more modern. You know what I'm saying? So let's get to it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's start with the fun stuff. Then we can head to the boring stuff. We're going to start disassembling the lift gate. Why? Because we want to remove this panel. See this whole panel with the Honda badge on it? This whole panel is going to come off, and then we're going to install an illuminated one. So what you need is a trusty popper panel tool, something like this, so you won't scratch anything. The way it works is that you stick it in between the seam. I'm not going to do it with one hand, but you want to stick it in between the seam and then pry upwards. And then as you remove this one, then you can remove this one. You have to work your way up. So after you remove the middle one, then you can remove this one, and then you can start removing the big one. It's all clips. All right, so you have to remove this piece in order to remove the lift gate. So if you look in there, there's going to be a Phillip. All right, there's going to be a Phillip. Damn, that glare is horrible. Remove that Phillip, and then now you can start prying with the popper panel inwards like that, inwards and outwards. Work your way around till you find the weak spots, and it will come off. All right, and then after you have this loose, there's gonna be a plug here. The way you remove this plug is that it has a tab at the top. Push down on that tab like this, and then it will come off. Push down, and voila. Now we can start disassembling the lift gate. Alright, so what screws do we have to remove in order to remove that huge panel? There's going to be, oh, I'm in the way. There's going to be an 8mm there. And then in the middle, a 10mm, 10mm, and then this 8mm. So I think it's in total 4 screws. I'm not sure if there's any more hidden ones I don't see, but I will update you guys. I believe you have to remove those 4 screws. I believe you do, and then I think the rest is clips. And after you remove all of those, you are now able to pry this panel outwards. As you can see, it is all clips. So put the right amount of pressure in and it will come off, and then you have this harness here. You push the tab down as per usual and it comes off very easily. Have a nice table ready so you can have the old panel right next to the illuminated new panel. What you're going to do here is you're going to transfer the clips, and you're also going to transfer the camera. You're going to feed the harness that comes out of this new panel into the original rubber firewall. Doing this will get your wiring on the other side of the tailgate where it's supposed to be. It is quite a long harness that comes with this panel, so just slowly push it in, and as you're pushing the wire in, you want to pull the panel closer and closer, and then at the end all you have to do is just click it in. Once it gets clicked in nice and flush, you want to try it out before you close the tailgate. Maybe you forgot something. And also when it turns on, you can see which wire you have to run to which side, because it brings one extra wire and then one plug because it's plug and play. In my case specifically, I had to run the plug and the harness to my right side, and the extra wiring, the yellow wire for the signal light, I had to run it to the left side. Once you get that done and you connected both of your tail lights, you can now put back the tailgate panel. We already did it just because we tested it prior. If I showed you guys how to remove it, then you guys know how to put it back. Just do the same process but in reverse. And before you guys get confused with the next video clip, the video clip that you're currently seeing where people are helping me install this light kit was taken quote unquote in the future compared to all of these other clips. So in the next clip, you're going to see that the tail lights are on. I didn't put them back. It's just that the next video clip was taken in the past. All right, so to remove the reflectors, what we're going to start doing is to remove the tail lights. Now you may be asking yourself, why are we removing the tail lights if the reflectors are down there? Very good question. The reason why is because the reflectors are LED, meaning they need some kind of power and signal. So what we're going to do is we're going to tap into our power, which would be our brake and our signal lights here, and parking lights as well. We got to tap into that here, and each one has to be tapped into their own tail light. Because if he does a signal light to the right, we only want the right ones to go, and then if he does signal light to the left, then we only want the left ones to go. All right, so let's remove them. The way you remove them is they have, what is that? That looks like an 8mm. They have 8mm or a Phillip. I don't give a damn how you remove it, just remove it. I'm gonna use an 8mm, and then I'm gonna show you guys what you gotta do after that. All right, so now that you have the tail light loose, now you can see the connections very clearly. This one has a tab at the top. What you're gonna do is you're gonna press that tab down and pull outwards, and it will come off, I promise you. And then these, let me see. Oh, you just have to twist it to the right and it will come off. Very simple. And then both of the harnesses are held in by this clip. You can just pull that off, don't worry about it. It's just a clip, there's no screw there. You don't even have to remove the bumper for this kind of installation. Why? Well, the reason we remove the whole tail light is because when you remove the whole tail light, there's a huge gap, a huge hole here. Look, you can even see my foot down there. See? So the whole idea of this is that we're gonna, from the bottom, we're gonna, I think it's held in with screws or clips. We're gonna take out the reflector, put in the new reflector, run the wiring up to here, make sure it's nice and tight wiring because you don't want it hanging down there. And then we're gonna wire connections to this harness, and then voila, we can put the tail light back and it's gonna turn on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are on the bottom part of the vehicle. Now you can see that this red clip here, that is from the reflector. All right, we're on the inside part of the vehicle. Now this, we don't have to remove the bumper, but it's gonna make it a little harder for us, but that's all right. So if you look at this red clip, there's gonna be a tab at the top, exactly what I'm pointing at with my hook. So what you gotta do is you gotta push that inside like that. Once you push it inside, you push outwards. That way it falls to the out part of the vehicle. Now unfortunately the chassis is covering the other clip because the reflector is holding with two of them. That is one of them. The other one is hidden, so you're gonna have to use your hand to figure the tab out, and I guess just use your hands as your eyes, and then hopefully you're able to get it out. I'm gonna try my best too. Well, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I did that like in almost like 30 seconds, so I did make it sound harder than it actually is. You just gotta use your hands as your eyes. Hopefully if you find the tab, push it in, and then push it out, and then voila. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put in the other one and then run the wiring up like I said. All right, and these are the old ones out of the vehicle, and the new ones are these. These are smoked out CRV illuminated. See how it says the CRV logo, and it has turn signals already integrated into the reflectors, and it turns on with parking light, of course. I'm not going to remove the plastic, so sorry if you guys can't see it very well, but that's going to be for the very end of the video during the showcase. First thing we're going to do is we're going to extend the wiring with the same color, of course. So I'm going to extend red, yellow, green, and black. The reason why is because this tiny wire won't reach all the way up into the tail light. You only need maybe double more, maybe here wiring, and then you should be good. And then you can see that it has the same exact clicks. So it just boom, it just clips in. Very simple, plug and play. If you want to have an idea on how long I extended it, here is a rough idea. It's better to have more than what you need, because if it's longer than what you needed it to be, then you can simply just cut it. If it's shorter than what you needed it to be, then you have to extend, you have to take everything apart, extend it again, and then run it up again. So it's better to just have more. All right, being safer than sorry. And another thing I noticed is that there's no hole in the middle for the reflector, meaning there's no way to pass this wiring. See the wiring that comes out of the new reflector? So what you gotta do is you have to make a hole. There's no other way. You have to. If you try to pass it in through one of these holes, these are the clip holes. So meaning if you try to pass it in through there, the clip is not gonna enter in all the way. And it's just not a good idea. You're either gonna bite the wiring and cause a short circuit, or it's simply just not gonna go in. So I just recommend just drilling a small hole. You're not damaging the bumpers. It's plastic. Don't worry. Just drill a tiny hole, enough for the wiring to go through. All right. Drill it in. Pass the wiring to the other side, and I'm going to show you how to run it up to the tail light. So this size seems to be very perfect for the amount of wiring that I'm going to pass through. So I'm going to put this on a drill and then drill a tiny hole into the bumper. That way the wire goes through and it clicks in nice and flush. So let's get that done on both sides. Now you can see the purpose of that hole that we made. You don't have to make a gigantic hole, just enough for it to pass through very smoothly. And then now you're able to click this in, line it up, of course. There you go. Make sure it clicks nice. Now you can do this many ways. You can zip tie, you can try to put your hand on there and have someone else give it to you. I'm gonna just do it this way. See how simple that is. And now I have my wiring right on the tail light. So we can get to tapping into the connections we need and then install the tail light afterwards. All right, and for the front part of the vehicle, as I mentioned, we're going to be installing fog light illumination, and we're going to be removing those reflectors and have them light up white. So in order to do that, we do have to remove the bumper. I would usually put this all in one video, but I don't want an extremely long video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a separate video on how to remove the Honda CRV 2024 and up bumper. All right, so I just finished making the video for the bumper removal of a 2024 Honda CRV. If you are stuck where we left off and you don't know how to remove the bumper, definitely check out the channel. You'll find the video, 2024 Honda CRV bumper removal. It's very simple, easy process, very short video. But now we can get into installing the fog lights. The reason we remove the bumper is because we are installing fog light illumination, aka this stuff. Now, as you can see, there is a sensor on each one of the fog light trims. See it? Now, when I saw that, I was a little scared, but thankfully the ones we have that same hole. So what you're meant to do is you're supposed to unplug that sensor and plug it into here. So it's all plug and play. So you're not going to have any codes on the dash saying that the sensor is not working. It is going to fit nice and snug here. And as you can see, this one doesn't have illumination. It's simply just a trim, a plastic trim. This is the one we're installing for him. Sequential switchback LED fog light trim. About to be sick. All right, so I'm gonna just show you how to remove one of them, and then you can just rinse and repeat the process on the other one. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna start off with removing the sensor first. So you push, let me show you guys. See these trims on each side? You push them both out. At the same time, you pull the sensor out. Let me see if I can do it. See how easy that is? Yo, Honda, you are absolutely amazing for making this so easy for us installers and all that, bro. They thought of us. They really thought of us when making this vehicle. All right, now that's all that's left is you have to remove this screw. So remove that screw. All right, do you? Yeah, you do have to remove that screw. Remove that, Philip. And then there's clips all over. So I definitely can't do that with one hand. I do this all the time. This is gonna take you like 15 minutes just because it's so hard to. So what you're meant to do is you're meant to pry the trim of the bumper itself, pry it out. That way the trim of the fog light, you can push that down with your other hand and slowly work your way down with each clip, all right? Also, I don't know how I didn't see it, but there is a hidden clip right here. You see this one I'm playing with? You have to remove that one because you see how I'm pushing it down? Mine is already loose. See how it's coming out? But I was like, yo, it's not coming off. It's because there is a hidden clip right there. There's no more, just that one. Remove that one and it's gonna come off. Yo, Honda, what the hell? You're making me look stupid out here, man. I look unreliable. Yo, there's another hidden one right there. They're hiding these clips for no reason. So after you remove this one, the one I told you before, remove this one as well. I'm over here, I'm wondering why it's not coming off, bro. I'm like, surely there's not a hidden one. Here it is, another hidden clip. Remove that, and yes, there's no more hidden clips. If there is, that's crazy. But remove that one clip and then you should be good. And that is how the new one is supposed to look. If I showed you how to remove the old one, then you should know how to put everything back because it's simply the same process, just in reverse. Quick sneak peek. Oh, and that's it. That's it. That's all you get. That's all you get. You have to stick until the end of the video to see how it turns out, you know, how it turns on and all that. All right, so we can start working on the fender reflector here on the liner. Behind it, there is a Phillip. What you're gonna do is you're gonna remove that Phillip, and then if you look behind, you see these two clips. Ooh, this one. See this? It's good to look at it before you remove it because it shows you that this part isn't supposed to come out. This is supposed to slide out. This one is the one that's supposed to come out, right? So remove this screw. Push this clip down and then push outwards. There you go. See, it comes off very easily. And then, like I mentioned, that's not supposed to come out. It's supposed to slide out. There you go. So now let's put the new one in. As I mentioned, I'm not going to take the plastic off just because that's going to be for the showcase. But here is the before and after. These ugly ones that don't turn on, yellow. And then we have these smoked ones, sequential with signal lights. You can't lie, this is a major upgrade. So the same way you took it out, you're going to do the same thing reverse to install it. It even has the hole for the screw. And if you did it right, that is a good idea on how it should look. You do have to make a hole in order to pass the wiring, just like how we did with the rear reflectors. That looks sick. Do the same thing on the other side. All right, and this is gonna be under the hood illumination. So if you see, there are screws holding that whole panel, that whole silver panel. You can see that it has the exact same holes, and it also has the exact same clip holder. You can see. Same thing with the, that's very easy to install. Same thing with what comes with it. This is meant to replace the silver part of the headlight. That way it shines upwards into the hood. So everything just plug and play with the same screws. So remove and then put these, click these in, and with the same screws that you take out, you secure them. All right, so that is how it looks. Everything off. Everything is wired to the tail lights, so everything does exactly as it's meant to do. You can see that the smoked reflectors aren't noticeable until they are on. They look absolutely amazing. Let's start off with the parking lights. It has a welcome animation, so check that out. Same thing with the reflectors. That is nice right there. You can see that it also illuminates CRV. Very nice. None of this boring action. He also got a new badge, by the way, as well. He can also press the brake. El freno. They have that cool strobe effect. Check that out. Nice. And then we can do signal lights or hazards to showcase. Nice. Check that out. Check that out. And then the same thing for the other side as well. It gives it more of that modern look. And you can do hazards, and it does from the middle. You cannot tell me that is not sick. So this is for a 2024 Honda CRV, or the generation that corresponds. And for the front end reveal, this is what it's looking like. It looks like nothing has changed, right? Isn't that sick? You can tell the difference that all of this is blacked out. See how this is blacked out? That used to be all silver. And then we have the fog light illuminations. You can see that the sensors were also recuperated. These are the, what do you call them? The reflectors. These are way better looking than the yellow ones. I mean, just off, it looks absolutely amazing. Again, this is for a 2024 Honda CRV. We already showcased the rear. We're showcasing the front end now. So let's go ahead and turn these babies on and see how they look. All right, so first let's showcase the front end, and then I'm gonna showcase the reflectors. I am a one-man operation, so I can't showcase and also sit here at the same time. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn those babies on for you. And these are the brand new reflectors. We can go on to the other side as well. Damn, that looks absolutely sick. It gives it that modern look. You guys know that they sell at Amazon, like the $25 strip that goes under the hood. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, that looks absolutely horrible. Every time I see that, it kind of bothers me because it's like, it just looks too DIY, right? This looks professional. Look at that beauty. Check that out. Everything plug and play, so we didn't damage the vehicle. The client can take this stuff off and put the original ones if he wanted to. Obviously, he's not going to do that anymore. He's probably going to sell them because this just it just looks too good. It really does. So this is the kind of stuff we do here at PMP Customs. You guys know we're the best in New Jersey. We modify vehicles, we install radios, kits, illumination panels, remote starters, tints, everything we do here at PMP Customs. We do sell this stuff statewide. This client was the first guy, so he was local. Luckily, we were able to showcase the merchandise that we were able to offer. So definitely let us know through the Linktree if you guys are interested. It doesn't matter what kind of car you have. You let me know what kind of car you have, and I'll see what I got in store for you. I'll send you pictures. If you like it, then we can make business. All right, guys. Again, this is for a 2024 Honda CRV, and let's give the rear one more look, because the rear is absolutely beautiful as well. Holy crap, that is gorgeous. All right, guys, we do it best here at PMP Customs. Give us a call if anything, if you want to book your appointments or have any questions. We don't mind you guys giving us a call.